Jai Janindra everyone. On this auspicious occasion of DasLakshan Mahaparva, today is day 9th, which is Uttam Akinchanya Dharma. In the previous lectures, we have learned the Swarup of DasLakshan Mahaparva, what is Dharma, what is Lakshan, are there 10 Lakshan or are there 10 Dharma? All these questions have been answered by our previous speakers. Also, we have learned the absence of four kashai lead to top four dharmas and also learned the swarup of other dharma as well. Today, very privileged to have Dr. Kreet Uncle along with us, who has also taken the earlier few sessions of JEEV, and today he is here to throw some light on Uttam Akinchan Dharma. Uttam Akinchan Dharma basically means there is nothing which you hold, there is nothing which you have. What you have is your own supreme soul and the infinite attributes and things. So, to throw light on the Uttam Akinchan Dharma topic, I would now invite Kreet Uncle. You can now start your discourse, Uncle, with Mangalacharan.
Jai Jinendra. Om Namo Loe Sarvatrikavarti Ariyantanam. Namo Loe Sarvatrikavarti Siddhanam. Namo Loe Sarvatrikavarti Ayaryanam. Namo Loe Sarvatrikavarti Vajjayanam. Namo Loe Sarvatrikavarti Savanam. Omkaram Bindu Sanyuktam Nityam Dhayanti Yoginam Kamadam Moksadam Chaiva Omkaraya Namo Namah. Namah Samai Saraya Swanubhutya Chakasate Chit Sabhavaya Bhavaya Sarva Bhavantarachide Dhruva Achalane Anupamagati Pamela Sarve Siddhane Vandi Kahu Sutta Kevali Bhasit Asamaya Prabhrata Are Om Namah Siddhevi Om Namah Siddhevi Om Sri Sudatmani Namaha. Jai Jinendra. Welcome everybody on this auspicious Mahaparva, DasLakshan Mahaparva of 2025. Today is a 9th day of the DasLakshan Mahaparva, Uttam Akinchanya Dharma. I'm going to recite 4 stanzas from DasLakshan Dharma Puja book, and that will give the importance of Uttam Akinchanya Dharma. उत्तम क्षमा मार्दव आर्जव भाव है सत्य शौच संयम तग त्याग उपाव है आकिंचन ब्रह्मचर्य धर्म दस सार है चौगति दुख ते काढ़ी मुक्ति करतार है. This 4 stanza describes actually what DasLakshan dharmas are, and Uttam Kshama Mardhav Arjav, that's a nature of the soul. To achieve that nature of the soul, Satya, Saut, Sayam, Tap, Tyag, those are the means to achieve the real nature of the soul. And Akinchanya and Brahmacharya. Akinchanya and Brahmacharya, that is the essence of the 10 virtues of celebration. DasLakshan Mahaparva celebration, the essence of all 10 days comes only in 2 words, Akinchanya Dharma and Brahmacharya Dharma, out of which we are going to talk to about Akinchanya Dharma today. So, without further delay, I'll bring the slide and I'll start talking about it. So, can we have first slide, please? I'll share from here. Okay. So, supreme non-possession, Uttam Akinchanya Dharma. Remember, as we said, Akinchanya and a Brahmacharya is an essence of the Jain philosophy. Akinchanya word comes from negative connotation, and the Brahmacharya word comes from the positive connotation. What are the things to give up? What are the things to give up comes as a Akinchanya. What are the things to achieve comes as a positive connotation. Now, why don't we talk about positive connotation only? Why do we have to bring negativity? Well, this is the beauty of Jainism. It shows both the facts from two angles. What are the things I am not, and what are the things I am? By saying that, the positivity becomes that much stronger. For example, I am a man, positive connotation, and I'm not a woman. By saying that negative sentence, my positivity becomes that strong. So Akinchanya Dharma, which is a non-possession virtue, has to be understood to start with. Again, the question comes, why do we have negativity? Well, for that one has to go to 8th stanza of Samaisar. It says, Bhasha anarya vinana samajavi sakaya anarya ne vyavahara vana paramarthano upadesa ema asakya che. In short, it says, one has to explain the fact in that person's own words. For the newborn child, for the toddler child, one cannot say, hey, you have to drink water, water. No, you have to talk in his own language. Do you want to drink boo? And he will understand. Similarly, we all, majority of the living being in the universe, almost most of the living being in the universe, they are in the wrong faith state. Means they have never experienced the soul substance before. So to talk about the soul directly, one will not understand. So Acharya Bhagwan says, we are going to talk to you in your language. Do you have anger, deceit, ego, greed? Do you have possessions? Yes, sir, I have it. You have my house, my car, my money, my family. Okay. To have those things, one has to give up those things. Wait a second. If I give up them, what will happen to me? There was one example I read somewhere. A guy is taking a picture of Grand Canyon and he's on the cliff. And while he's taking picture, his foot slips and now he's falling down in the canyon. He knows he's going to die. So he's trying all the efforts to survive himself. And then he catches hold of one dry twig of a tree. And he's hanging on it. And now this dry twig is also losing the attachment from the ground, and it's going to fall down anytime. So this guy keeps on screaming, is there anybody who can save me? He spoke 2-3 times, and there was an Akashvani. And he said, yes, I can help you out. Do something. I'm going to die right now. What can I do? Get your hands free from the tree. Boy, I'm going to die that way for sure. Because he did not have that quote unquote faith in that eternity. Because I don't have faith in the eternal soul substance. I never experienced the eternal soul substance. So, Acharya Bhagwan says, okay, give up your possessions, and then it will lead you to the inner joy. I still don't accept. So Acharya Bhagwan says, it's all right. I'll give you one more example. You enter a dark, super dark room. That darkness for ages, an intense darkness. How will you remove it? Well, I'll put the light on. How will I remove it, the darkness? Put the light on. Wait, I want to remove the darkness. Put the light on. Remove darkness. Put the light. Because when the light is put on, the darkness, it disappears by itself. So when I don't have the knowledge of a light of knowledge of Samyak Darshan, then at least I have to realize what are my possessions, what are the things I'm attached to, that needs to be taken out first. So that's why supreme non-possession, Uttam Akinchanya Dharma, is important in that pattern. Now, over here in this slide, when you're seeing that it says external, that the external substance distinct from indivisible pure soul, which is me, and all alien dispositions. This is very important. I have to be free from all the alien dispositions. So, alien disposition means what? I have a house, I have a car, I have a family, I have some money, I have a healthy body at my age and everything. Do I have to give up all those things? Well, remember, house, wealth, money, luxury, family, etc. They are the results of your fruition of the old karma. There is nothing wrong having those things, but to have attachment to those things, that is very important. So those are the things that we have to understand. So over here we just saw the two sides of the coin. One side is a Uttam non-aligned or non-aligned attachment, and other side of the coin is supreme celibacy. So we are concentrating on supreme non-attachment section over here. Having said that, now we will try to see what this Uttam Akinchanya Dharma talks about. So what's the meaning of possessions? As we said just now, possessions means, do I have a house? That's my possession. Do I have cars? That's my possessions. And do I have to give the possessions up? No, not necessarily. Remember, I'm talking about few little things here and there that I have acquired in this life, in this mundane life, and I just say they are mine, they are mine, they are mine. That kind of attitude I'm keeping. But remember, the highest possible possession in the middle world, highest possible possession in the middle world a human being can have it, can be the exuberance of Chakravarti, universal monarch. He is the king of 6 areas, 6 khand. Jambudvip has a Bharat Kshetra, has a 6 divisions, and he is the ruler of those 6 divisions. One of the famous example of the Chakravarti we know is Bharat Chakravarti. Other Chakravartis we know about commonly, Shantinath, Kuntunath, or Nath. Those were the Chakravartis. So these are the Chakravartis, and they were the ruler of the whole 6 areas of Jambudvip Bharat Kshetra. They have they have those things associated with them because of fruition of the old karma. But do they have attachment towards that? And they don't have attachment. They gave up. They gave up the kingdom. They gave up their palaces. They have given up their queens and everything. And they became naked saint and went in the jungle for further spiritual efforts. So possession means, does it mean to external possession like wealth, house, etc., clothes, etc.? That's not true. Chakravarti can have whole things and he doesn't have attachment. And poor person, a beggar sits on the street and he has nothing, but he's dreaming for all the possessions in the world. In the transitory contemplation, when we read, there is a story coming that the poor man ate some food and then he was sleeping and under the tree, and he got a dream that he was a king and etc., 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 and he was enjoying that dream. Suddenly the sun comes on his face and then he wakes up and all those things disappear. So a poor person can have intense desire for everything, and that is the possessions. Does true non-possession go beyond material absence or detachment from desire? Yes. True possessions, they go beyond material absence. The affinity towards material possession is the root cause of my problem. So I have to have pretty good understanding to start with. Who am I? What's my true nature? And those are the things I have to understand to start with. Gurudev Kanji Swami, we were extremely fortunate that today we have all his discourses available on fingertip. All the lectures that he delivered, discourses that he delivered, and also the book forms are available to us. We are extremely, extremely fortunate. And Gurudev says, non-possession means attachment towards those things. This pencil is mine, but if this pencil is not here, who took it? Who took? I have so much attachment with this lousy pencil over here. So we have to understand that how to get detached from this possession. In spite of living with the possessions, how can I detach myself? That is very important part that we have to understand. Next one just gives the little classification, because me, you, we all understand the divisional aspect. Our knowledge, sensory knowledge that we have it, with the 5 senses in mind, the sensory knowledge we obtain is a divisional aspect of knowledge. A mango is there on the table. I see the mango with the orange color. Seeing, smelling the smell, touching the softness, tasting the tongue. So I understand the different objects with their divisional aspect. And so Acharya Bhagwan knew very well. So he said, okay, son, you want to understand possessions? I'll divide into two sections, external possessions and internal possessions. So, external possessions are 10 types of external possessions. Over here, few of them we have listed: family, wealth, house, vehicle, the farm or the money, and servants, and the animals like cows, etc. All about gold and silver, all those things. There are 10 different external possessions are being described that I do carry, and I do have oneness with those possessions. Remember, to have possession, to have the material, is due to the fruition of the past karma. But to have oneness is my attitude towards it. So these are 10 external possessions to start with, to have understanding where do I have oneness with those kind of things. But then the internal possessions comes. Just like austerities, external austerities are 6, and internal austerities are 6, and internal austerities are more important. Similarly, here internal possessions are very important. And those important possessions, internal important possessions, are described over here. First is delusion, wrong faith, delusion. I am the body, I am the body, I am the body. I'm doing that one when I was in Nigod for time infinite period in the past. Fortunately, I came out of the Nigod and became 1 sense, 2 sense, 3 sense, 4 sense living being. I became 5 sense living being, sentient 5 sense living being with a human. Now, all across human, hell, heaven, subhuman, all those realms of existence, I say, body is mine, body is mine, body is mine. That is my delusion. That's the biggest sin I have, delusion. And with delusion, there are also something called rag and dvesh, inclination of attachment, inclination of aversion. So anger, deceit, ego, pride, those are the things that are the division of rag and dvesh. Inclination of attachment, inclination of aversion. And the 9 subsidiary passion, they are very weak type of passion, laughing, indulgence, etc., etc. But delusion is the biggest kind of sin I have it. Delusion is the biggest kind of possession I have it, because I have possessions in the form of a delusion. The delusion is my possession, which says I am one with the alien objects of the universe. I am one with the Padarth of the universe. So these are the things I need to remove. Once I concentrate on these 14 internal possessions, and out of which most important one is a delusion possession. Delusion possession. If I can take the delusion possession out, then rest of the things fall apart. If I want to remove the tree and I remove all the leaves of the tree, next spring, all those leaves will come back. But if I want to remove the tree, I need to cut down from the base, and that base of all this 24 possession is delusion, delusion, delusion. And JEEV, our JEEV platform has done amazing amount of work to have this delusion defined in different aspects. So please refer to JEEV platform, and then you'll be able to understand what is the delusion. Anyway, so these 24 possessions, the root cause will be delusion. Those are the things that we have to understand. Having said that, let's go a little bit further. And now you go in somewhat more detail. Delusion is single most important possession whose presence hinders the renunciation of any of other 23 types as we just mentioned. My first and foremost in these 10 days of DasLakshan Parva, if at all I make any decision, firm decision, then I need to say I'm going to work on my delusion. Mithyatva, mithyatva, mithyatva. That's the biggest pap, biggest sin that I have created is a mithyatva, delusion. Every samay, me as a soul keeps on transforming continuously forever in the past, present, and will continue to transform ever in the future. Those modifications are in short called modes or called paryay. Each samay, microscopic is a puny word to use. Samay means in a blink of an eye, innumerable time units pass by. Innumerable means 10 to the power of 40, 10 to the power of 46 and beyond. That many samay pass by in a blink of an eye, and each samay there is one mode occurs within me, and that mode right now is delusion. So this delusion is with me forever and ever and ever in the past. Doesn't mean I can't take it out. First, I have to understand that I am the reason creating delusion within me. If the delusion is taken out, if the tree is been cut out from the base, it's a springtime, you cut down the tree and the tree fell down on the backyard. On the tree still there are leaves present. But because there is no nourishment from the bottom, that those leaves also will fall off. When one takes out the delusion, then when one takes out delusion, then the nourishment to the rag and dvesh, inclination of attachment and aversion, means anger, deceit, ego, greed, all those things like leaves, and they will fall off within the next few days' time. Similarly, when delusion is gone, one obtains fourth spiritual development state called Samyak Darshan. Rag and Dvesh are still remaining like those leaves, but they will start falling off as the Gunsthana keeps on increasing. So delusion is a root cause of my problem. That's my Akinchanya Dharma. That's the one I need to take it out. Only when delusions, passions are eliminated does external renunciation occur effortlessly. Muniraj, when he has intense experiencing state of the soul, in the scripture it says, Prachur Swasamvedan, intense experiencing state, then externally clothes go out, externally house is getting detached, externally there is all 28 primary virtues of Muniraj has been there, but internally delusion and rag and dvesh need to be taken out first. So external renunciation occurs effortlessly. I don't have to force anything. When somebody finds out that eating the root vegetables means killing the infinite living beings, one of our friend in Phoenix will say, eating the root vegetables means making your mouth the crematory samshan for those infinite living beings. If I had known the reason, if I had known those things, the facts, then my detachment to the root vegetables will go automatically. I don't have to force to take them out. Along with the so external renunciation, along with the delusion, dissolution of attachment to the body. Muniraj still has a body present because that's the last possession. He has it and he has no control to give it up. So he is remaining with it, but the attachment to that body. Muni Parshnath does not have attachment to the body when Kamat is doing the afflictions, or Dharnendra is trying to protect him. He doesn't have any affliction, he doesn't have any likes or dislike towards both those entities. So even the body is there, attachment to the body is gone. Gatsu Kumar did not care for the body. He is deeply engrossed in the experiencing state of the soul, and body is burning, and then he just obtains moksha. And same is Yudhishthir, Bhim, and Arjun on Satrunjay mountain. They remain in their engrossed in their true state, and burning outside did not affect them. So they have no attachment to the body. At least from those examples, I can also learn and try to do that. This leads to unity of right belief, right knowledge, and right conduct. This is called Samyak Darshan, Samyak Gnan, Samyak Charitra. Tatvat Sudra chapter 1, verse number 1, it says, Samyak Darshan Gnan Charitrani Hi Mokshmargaha. Unity of the right belief, right knowledge, and right conduct is itself a path to the liberation. True ascetics who embody these three jewels are the very embodiment of supreme non-possession. We are talking Muniraj. What about me? Remember, when you have to take any example, you have to take the highest possible entity. When you join a company, you're not going to remain as a junior assistant. Your aim has to be, one day I'll be the CEO of this company. Have that aim will come to fruition with your personal efforts. So when we talk about Muniraj, all those things apply to me also. I have to imbibe all these virtues in my life also. Therefore, one must deeply understand the nature of non-possessions and strive to attain that state. Having said that, we are coming to the last slide. What it's no. One second, there is one slide missing. Okay. No, I think everything is there. So, where is that? Okay, anyway. How is this renunciation obtained? How is this renunciation obtained? For that thing, Gurudev Sri Kanji Swami, in the Samaisar 31st stanza, when he's analyzing the 31st stanza, no, 34th stanza, I'm sorry, my mistake, 34th stanza, he says, સૌભાવને પર જાણીને પચકાણ ભાવો નું કરે તેથી નિયમથી જાણવું કે જ્ઞાન પ્રત્યાખ્યાન છે. What he says in Gurudev Sri explained these stanza look so simple but so deep meaning. The knowledge is renunciation. Wait, how can knowledge be renunciation? Simple fact. You're driving today from Phoenix to from North Phoenix to the temple in the South Phoenix. And you put your GPS, it gives you knowledge that freeway is closed because of a major accident. That knowledge, would you go on that freeway or would you take the side street to reach to your destination? So knowledge told you what to give up. If the knowledge of the root vegetables, how they're dangerous, I mean, dangerous in the sense how they are non-edible for me. If I have the true knowledge that in a small piece of a root vegetable like potato, the teeny tiny piece living on the top of a needle, teeny tiniest piece, there are innumerable bodies in that one, and each body has infinite living beings. If I have this knowledge, do I want to be the instrumental cause for their death? Millions, infinite living beings. Do I want to be the reason for their death? And suddenly, non-attachment occurs automatically because the knowledge occurred. Knowledge occurred. So with my knowledge, I'm going to give up all those things very easily. So here we have, I think we are almost coming to an end of the time. And in short, on this 9th day of Akinchanya Dharma, one must understand that is important part of the whole 10 virtues of the 10 days of my spiritual efforts. What are the things I can give up? So to give up, I have to know the things. I have to know the thing. If I know it, then everything will dissipate easily from me. I don't have to have force. So these are the things we can do it. And we are very fortunate that in this time era, Gurudev Sri Kanji Swami taught us all these things, the real meaning of Uttam Akinchanya Dharma. And as a result, we are going to do the same thing and will continue. In this picture, we see the person with the wrong faith. Wrong faith is loaded with lots of possessions, internal possession, karma possessions mainly. And then over here is three jewels, Samyak Darshan, Samyak Gnan, Samyak Charitra. Means this is enlightenment, fourth spiritual development state. Once he gets engrossed within, then he is the monk who is on the 6th and 7th spiritual development state, and he is deeply engrossed in the experiencing state of the soul. And that's why it says in the literature, Muniraj is a chalte firte Siddha Bhagwan. He will become Aryan Bhagwan and Siddha Bhagwan any second, any time he can have it. So these are the things that we learn on this important day, and we reflect upon ourselves. Where are my problems? Delusion is my problem. So I'll start working, removing my delusion. Means I will know what is delusion. I will know the reason for the delusion. I will go in detail about delusion. Once I know it, then automatically non-Akinchanya Dharma will occur to me. non-possession dharma will occur to me, and at the same time, the light of brahmacharya will light within me, and that will give me the ultimate true experiencing of the soul that Aryan Muniraj is experiencing, Aryan Bhagwan is experiencing, Siddha Bhagwan is experiencing. That will happen. So over here, I will stop over here. If there's any suggestions, comments, then Harshilji, you can take over.
So, can you share your screen, Uncle?
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, thank you so much for this beautiful explanation to Uttam Akinchanya Dharma. Uh, from your explanation, we can definitely interpret what to do, what not to do, how to practice to remove delusion, since we all know that delusion is not a part of my boundary. It has never been a part of my boundary. And so all the things are on their own places. It's just we need to understand the geometry or the nature of the soul and to accept it. It is nothing related to karma, nothing related to delusion, which is there in my boundary. So, thank you for the beautiful explanation through this beautiful presentation. One point which I would like to add is that there is a very beautiful example given by one of a great scholar, Puja Lalchan Bhai. He gave an example of a rounder which we use in geometry, mathematics, and we put a pencil at the one end and the tip on the other end. So when we need to make a circle of certain radius, we increase the radius, draw the circle, and remove it. But what if we reduce the radius to zero? So there will be one single point which will be created. So, similar way as Uncle explained, great Uncle today, about how to remove, how to just think about other things, Sharir, Atma, Karma, how to make these things differentiable from Atma. So, first we can think about the external bodies, which is money, car, properties, and everything. That is the extreme radius. And now I want to make a smaller circle. So, I'll come back to clothes, and then I'll come back to Sharir, which is the body, which is right in the same location of my soul. And then I'll come back to the karma, and then the radius will be zero. So Akinchan, which is Kinchit Matra bhi mera nahi. This is what Lalchan Bhai also explained, and very happy with the explanation Creet Uncle explained with a very beautiful presentation. Creet Uncle has also been a part of our previous lectures as well, and he will be taking further more lectures in JEEV portal. So anything else, if anybody have queries, feel free to add in the comment section in the recording, or you can directly email us. We will help you connecting with Preet Uncle personally. So yeah, that's all for today for Uttam Akinchan Dharma. Uncle, we can proceed with Jinvani Stuti now.
Harshit, on behalf of your JEEV team, I'm very happy that you gave me this opportunity to discuss. And by doing that way, at least my belief becomes stronger. So thank you very much for helping me out that way too. So Chinwani Mata. निज निधि निज में बताई यही अनंत उपकार है इसके लिए जिनवाणी माँ को वंदना सत बार है वंदना सत बार है जावाणी के ज्ञान से सुझे लोकालो सोवाणी मस्तक नमो सदा देत हूँ दो 9 times नमो का मंत्र